We're here at Pocket Gamer Connects in Helsinki, and who are you, good sir?
I'm David Helgason, and I'm one of the founders of Unity.
Okay, and Unity, if somebody somehow hasn't heard about what Unity is at home, what is it?
So Unity is a game engine that helps people make video games, also mobile games, well, you know, at least that's how it started. Okay. It sort of evolved into this kind of ecosystem company that, whose goal it is to kind of democratize game development, is what we say. Meaning that we try to help a lot of people make a lot of great games, and then help them be successful with them. Meaning, everything from the technology side to assets to getting them out there and to monetizing them.
I've always thought of Unity as leveling the playing field, and you guys have gone free.
Yep.
How?
More free. More free. Well, we've gone free in stages, you might say.
So, why?
There's a few ways to answer that question, and one is that, as a technologist and somebody who used to be programming Unity. I always wanted Unity to be free. It was always my kind of personal stated goal that I wanted everyone to be able to have it. We had sort of a cheap version of Unity back in the old days, and then at some point in 2009 we said, like, okay, let's just make it free. But it was the cheap version that we made free. So it was kind of the some people said it was the shitty version. Maybe it was. Well, it was feature limited, right? I mean, you didn't get everything. It was still great for making games. It was great for learning. A lot of actually, good games started like that, and then maybe upgraded to the pro version later. But then, come this spring, we had been able to build a company that was able to give the software out for free, and that meant that we had other ways of paying for the development, which is critical because nobody wants to use a technology, or nobody should use a technology that isn't able to pay the bills, because it's such a long-term commitment from the developer's side, right? I mean, if the engine somehow fails you and goes away, that sucks. Yeah. So we had gotten to a point where there's a lot of big companies that are paying the bills. There's a lot of people that are buying assets in our asset marketplace called the Asset Store, which is awesome. And also, a year and a half ago, we acquired Finnish company Amplifier that is now Unity Ads. That also helps developers make money. We take a cut of that and put it back into the engine, right? So this March, we went and we made the Pro version free, meaning that everything that was in Pro is now in Personal Edition, which is kind of that. So it's wonderful. It's 1.1 million developers using Unity on a monthly basis now, at last count. And still growing, doing the most amazing things.
So, I think it's quite obvious to say that Unity has come along and shaken everything up, right? Like, so when
the goal of any good tech company needs to shake something up, right?
Absolutely, but there are a lot of people in this business who are really pissed off with you guys. Clearly, because
that's not true. There's a handful of trolls. No, seriously, there is not a lot of people that are pissed off.
Because it's forced other engine companies to change the way that they do things. Because for the longest time, it was this archaic method of you charge this huge amount of money up front, and you have this massive barrier to entry, and suddenly, you guys are effectively responsible for a huge part of the indie industry coming up.
Sure. Well,
are you pleased about that?
Yeah, I mean, we helped. I mean, the indies are pretty powerful people. I mean, they were gonna fucking do what they were gonna fucking do. Are we bleeped?
We will. Yeah, absolutely.
Okay. No, but so I mean, we cared about them. We were indies. That was kind of our thing. So. Why would you be pissed off at that? I mean, it's not clear to me.
Because it's forced other companies to change the very traditional business model that they were going. I'm not saying that that's a bad thing.
They haven't really changed.
No?
No, I mean, they're still charging royalties and all kinds of shit. It's a stupid sentence, but what we sort of say is what's the opposite of democracy?
Yeah, absolutely.
It's royalty, right?
Yeah,
it sucks.
Yeah.
So no, I mean, but yes, I mean, in the sort of in the yes, I mean, we forced the industry to be a bit more open, but we also helped it by being a bit more open, right? Because when you have a platform like Unity that a lot of people use, what happens is that game industry has always been nice about transferring knowledge. Game programming jams, those kind of books. Shader programming. These kind of series are really an expression of people always being willing in this industry to share their knowledge. Talks at Game Developers Conference are also like that. But with Unity, what you can also do is you can simply take the code and put it in the asset store, or put it anywhere on the web, frankly.
Yeah.
And the knowledge becomes, like 100 times more transferable than before, right? So there's a lot of other things that are happening around Unity that are wonderful.
So I want to talk about the actual technology itself now. You guys are making leaps and bounds. So what's next? You guys working on Unity 5 at the moment?
So Unity 5 has been out for half a year, and it's still being worked on in the sense that we're still putting out, Unity 1, 5.1 has come out, 5.2 has come out, 5.3 is next. Oh wait, 5.2 is out today or tomorrow? Yeah. Okay. Sorry. No, it's fantastic, but it's been in beta for a while. Okay. So 5.3 is next, 5.4 is scheduled. We have a schedule now. We're very methodical. No, we didn't used to be. We used to be sort of these kind of arty programmers that sort of worked on things until they're finished. We found that while that is in some ways good, it actually sucks for the developers. So they really rely on us to put out a cadence of releases. So now we have a cadence of releases. And by the way, we have a weekly release of bug fixes now. So like we have this cadence that is fantastic, and it means that the time from problem being found to bug fix being out can be a week or a few weeks, which is great.
So which technologies that you're implementing are you most excited about?
It's a lot of graphics. I mean, like Unity went from being far behind the curve to being kind of close to the curve to now being basically on the curve. With respect to most things, and the speed that we're like putting software out at now is just astounding to me in particular, because I saw how tough it is and how hard we had to work to get that cadence going. In a way, I'm excited about a lot of things, but what I'm maybe actually most excited about is the cadence. The fact that we can put out releases like on a weekly basis, and we put out major features on a quarterly basis. That's just something we've never been able to do before.
And finally, we're obviously here at PGC in Helsinki. We're about connecting people. We're about coming out and supporting the local development culture. Why does Unity want to come to an event like this?
What is what?
Why does Unity want to come to an event like this? What do you guys get out of it?
Why we come? Oh yeah, sure. I mean, the way we think about ourselves is sort of infrastructure. For the games industry. So for us to being out amongst developers and just hearing them out and talking to them and telling them what we're doing, but also taking feedback back is really important. We've always tried to have Unity as a very porous company. So there's a lot of people in Unity, 650 people at the last count. Yeah, we've grown a lot. And most of them have personal relationships with a lot of people in the industry, meaning that we want the sort of the 6 degrees of separation always to be very short to Unity. You should know a Unity person first or second hand, and have access to us in that way. That's a big part of the reason. I mean, up here in Helsinki, the industry is fantastic. We have a ton of customers. We have a big office in Helsinki. So for us, just being part of this ecosystem is kind of the key thing.